Do you guys have an N55 or a 335, 435, 235, and you want to make 430 horsepower? Let me show you how to do that the cheapest way and make your car the most reliable. Come here. Now I'm gonna show you guys with my personal 2014 435i, which I have 430 horsepower and I believe is one of the most reliable N55s in the United States, just because of how much stuff I did, but I'm gonna show you how to do it for cheap. Now the first step of reliability on an N55 is changing out this terribly designed plastic charge pipe. This will blow up on stock boost. You won't even have to be tuned, it's gonna blow up. So when you remove this with the upgraded aftermarket aluminum charge pipe that you can pick up used on Facebook Marketplace for around like $100, which is an insane deal. New, they're like $300. So replace that and you'll be good on that part. Second, I know a lot of you N55 owners have an oil leak or a little oil spill on your driveway. Most of that is gonna come from your N55 oil filter housing gasket and your valve cover. So replace these two. You're also gonna want to replace your oil pressure sensor. That will leak into the sensor and mess up your oil sensor. Now, if you don't fix your oil leak, you're gonna leak oil onto your serpentine belt and that's gonna loosen up, deteriorate, and get sucked into your engine. I've seen it happen on N54s and N55s. Your belt will get sucked into your engine. Now that we can talk about performance, the first step I did was replacing these coil packs with some one-step Coulter plugs and some Denon coil packs. A lot of people say Denon doesn't really do much, but I got them pretty cheap on Facebook, so I went with those. And this is really important if you're going higher boost so you can have reliable power. Next up, we're gonna talk about everyone's favorite, the downpipe. The downpipe, I went with the Facebook Marketplace one for $100, VRSF. I put it in, so not so easy, but it's not terrible where you can't do it yourself. So that's the next step. Then you'll have to go towards an intercooler. Now you have more airflow and you're running harder, you need colder air. So we have a eBay 5-inch stepped intercooler, which cost me around $180 new on eBay. And it's the same thing as the CTS or the Wagner. I see no difference and it works the same, and I'm running cold temps. Now the last upgrade I did for performance was my CTS turbo inlet. A lot of people, this is a 50-50 hit or miss, but I feel a little bit more pull of top end. Plus my old inlet was broken, so I just used this one. And it was a little hard to install. I'm not gonna be sugarcoating it, but it is pretty hard to install. But I think it's worth it for the amount of money. I got it used, Facebook Marketplace, shout out. But I never went with a intake. I had one, it sounded amazing. But I just always had a check engine light. It was cheap, eBay one, but it sounded insane. I'll probably get an upgraded one later down the road if I still have this car. But it was so fun, it sounded insane. But the stock airbox holds all the power it needs. You won't feel any issues with the stock airbox, and it's super reliable. After you have all those performance mods, all you need left is an MHD or a boot mod tune. Any of those OTS tunes will work. I personally like MHD more. There's more, how do you say it? It's easier to use and it's not as aggressive on your car. It's pretty safe, super tested and trialed, no issues, super fun. You can put anti-lag, burbles, hard. You can do that on boot mod 3, but this is also so fun. But I recommend MHD, super easy, and it's around $600. So a full license will cost you $600. You'll have it all. You have your data logging, your gauges, anything. You can even do flex fuel. If you want to go 450, you just need extra ethanol. You have to do a flex fuel sensor for that, or you have to also do your pre-mixing, which I think is annoying, so I don't do it. But that's another way to up your power. But let me show you what else I've done to this car, cosmetic-wise. It looks really good. Now this is my 2014 M Sport 435. So it has the M Sport bumper with these little fangs. I put those on. It also has the fog light delete kit, these aftermarket headlights, which I think look really good. They make the car look so nice. They light up. Fake icons, but it works. We have these wheels, the M Sport, as well as the M Sport brakes. Looks so good. M Sport side skirts, the yada yada yada. And then my favorite part of this car, look at these taillights. They are the G80 LCI. These look so good. Look at the animation on these. Insane. They're only at 600 bucks on eBay, so I think they work pretty good. We also have a aftermarket diffuser. Now we also have the blacked out badges front and rear. I bought the car like this. I didn't really do much of these modifications. We have these little winglet caps, the M4 clones, M3 clones. They're also the DRL turn signal kit. Looks really good. I personally think it's a really good looking car. I had an F82 and it looked better than this, but this just also looks insane. Let me show you guys the interior. Now, upon entering, we are getting greeted by this black chrome trim as well as this aluminum rhombusite all over the car. We have the M badging to let us know we are in a real M. This is totally not satire, but M Sport everywhere, M steering wheel. The gauge cluster is also red with M Sport trim. We also have this ginormous TV for our heads-up screen. This infotainment screen grew on me. I didn't really like it at first, but oh my gosh, it looks insane when it's actually running. I got used to it, and I hate cars with small ones now. These M2 seats I got off F87 on Facebook Marketplace for 200 bucks. They have blue stitching at M. That's the only difference it has, but it was so easy to install, and the code, it wasn't an issue because I changed the modules. Now, it also has this ambient lighting under it, which I think is really cool. It's around 150 bucks, a little expensive, but it actually looks really good at night. It makes the ambient lighting way better in the car. This car also has the Harman Kardon system. And that's pretty much it. Everything in the back is normal, what you see at 82, black chrome everywhere, but it looks insane. Let me show you guys the screen running. Now this is what the screen looks like running. It is not the most responsive, but it works pretty well. You can go over here, get your apps, press the home button on your controller, and then you have this whole menu that's touchscreen. You can go back to your car, and then you can navigate wherever you want from here. Now I also had to replace things like the center console as well as this vent back here because they're just showing their age, but everything else is doing really good. Now I'm gonna give you guys a full cost breakdown of how much it cost me to rebuild this 435i back from scratch. I did a whole bunch of services, and this is all just parts, by the way, not labor, because I did all the labor. So it's gonna be a full parts breakdown of how much it's gonna cost you to rebuild and to make a 435i super reliable like this one right here. I know I said 430 horsepower, but it's actually 480 because of the flex fuel mod. This is how much it costs to build a 480 horsepower 435i. Now the car actually cost me $6,000 with the blown engine with 143,000 miles. The used engine was $2,600, and to make the engine reliable, I spent $2,000 on gaskets and fluids for a whopping total of $10,600. Now, in order to make this the best looking F32 as well as the fastest, I installed the original OE side skirts that you get from BMW, eBay mirror caps, the best taillights, the G80 taillights, and the M2 seats for a total of $980. So now what you guys actually care about is how to make your car fast. We're going to start off with a downpipe. I got mine off a marketplace. I also got an eBay intercooler, a B50U TU pump for flex fuel, the flex fuel kit, and the MHD super license, all for a total of $1,360. All this is going to get you your performance, get you to 480 horsepower. Now, there's also miscellaneous costs like the suspension and registration, which came out to a total of $1,180. Now, you can do this way cheaper if you cut out cosmetic and suspension cost, but for me, a total was $14,120. This is for 480 horsepower N55 beast. Do you guys think it's worth building one of these? Let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Here's a sound clip.